Good Friday morning, everybody. January 20th, 2017. We're racing right through this month.
Zoom.
Zing.
I'm trying to look. Maybe there's one over here. Nope. Continue. Oh, wait. There we go. Zooming right through it.
I like that if it's a surprise, like, oh.
It started with a spring, so I was like, did I click the wrong button? Nope.
Nope. Yeah, it happened. Wow. Good morning, everybody. Again, gloomy day out here, City of Fitchburg. That's okay. It's better than snow, everybody. Yeah, I said it. The S word.
You said it.
But that's okay. It's warm, and I'll take that.
It's warm. Relatively, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, relatively warm.
My vehicle has heat warmers in it that automatically kick on if it decides if it's too cold.
Sure.
This morning, didn't turn on.
So
that means spring is coming.
It is. Yeah. My
So
car's
eat that, groundhog. Yeah.
covered
There
in
you go.
salt.
Yeah,
And I don't
mine too.
appreciate it,
Yep.
but that's okay.
Yeah.
I understand. It's
Now's
reality.
the time to get it washed.
Yeah. So big day today on the show. We have a lot going on today.
Indeed.
And we bring in Andrew here. Andrew, how's it going, sir?
Hi. It's good.
Good. It's good.
It's Friday. It's
Friday.
good.
It is Friday.
It's kind of funny. I've wanted to tell you this, but since the lighting has gotten a little weird back there,
Yes.
you look mad every day with this right here.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't it?
yeah,
I
it's
think he
got a
looks
little bit.
mad, like he's mad
Oh,
scientist.
because it creates a shadow?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. My glasses.
Just the way your eyebrows are and stuff. Wow, really
There you go.
outstanding stuff here. So
Like that. There you go.
So there you go. That's Andrew. I've derailed the show yet again.
So, yeah.
Let's talk about what's on the show today, Preston.
What's on it?
Busy day today. We got some headlines. We're going to recap last night. A very busy night here at City of Fitchburg. We'll take you out to two events in the headlines. Stuttering here. Just in case you missed it, that's all the stories that you missed this week in our digest. In the guest segment today, I had a chance to go out to Stoner Prairie Elementary School, Preston. We're going to introduce you to some students who create a PSA on cyberbullying.
Oh, I like it.
It's going to be cool. And then in PBJ, we'll, of course, talk about your national headlines. Inauguration day today. It's a busy day, so we'll get to all of that. But first, let's kick it off with last night events. And Lacey Road public meeting was held last night. That's a Lacey Road reconstruction final design presentation was held right here in this room. Take a look.
The design process for this project was included a lot of involvement with the East Fitchburg Neighborhood Association. And the steering committee group probably is more familiar with these plans than some of you. So what we wanted to do was bring this presentation to the public and allow all residents the opportunity to get more familiar with what the final plan is for the Lacey Road project. So the plans have been finalized. They have been submitted to DOT. In the process of going through that final review for bidding for the project to be out for bid. So we're done with design. We're now going into the bidding and construction stage of the project, and construction will occur this year. So the project overview, obviously the project limits extend from where we are today here at City Hall or the Community Center, going east to South Cyene Road. It is an STP urban funded project that stands for Surface Transportation Project that is funded with federal dollars that are administered by Wisconsin Department of Transportation. The concept on Lacey Road is to maintain a 2-lane roadway, but look at necessary improvements at some of the intersections to handle the additional traffic that we expect to happen with development along the city. The Lacey Road project has been in our capital improvement program for 9 years. So we've been aware of the need to reconstruct this roadway for several years. We've kind of had it as a placeholder because we knew that the project was going to cost a lot, and we were hopeful to secure some grant funding to assist with the reconstruction of the project. The pavement condition, everyone I'm sure witnessed this tonight on their way here. It is deteriorating. It's a PACER rating of 6, and so the pavement has reached its useful life. We need to give a new surface to the roadway, and with that, obviously, we're going to be doing much more. As you can see, the typical section will consist of 10-foot travel lanes, a 4-foot buffered bike lane, which means that the bike lane itself will be 4 feet of pavement with a 2-foot buffer, a 24-inch curb and gutter, and then an 8 to 10-foot wide shared use path on the south side of the road. As part of this project, we will be adding additional sanitary sewer and water main underneath the road. The water main and sanitary sewer construction costs will be assessed to benefiting properties.
There you have it, the full presentation. We'll get that up as soon as we can, and you can check that over at
What I'm
the
doing tonight
Gov
is really
channel. So, yeah, it will be there. Hey, you kind of heard a little voice there. Well, that's our next story. Last night over at the BTC building, Officer Corey Saffold held a event in partnership with many different people, including the Fitchburg Public Library, and it was the paradox of being a black police officer in today's society. And we want you to take a look at this.
What I'm doing tonight is really giving you my honest and raw opinion as to what it means to be a black police officer in today's society. At a time when there's so much unrest, right, between the black community and police, and there's at a time when there are African-American men who look like me, who are being gunned down by police. What does that mean for me then, as a black police officer? What does that mean? You kind of wonder, like, why am I in this field then? Why am I doing what I'm doing? Of course, the politically correct answer is, I'm gonna make a difference, bring change from within, and all of that's very true. That's the easy answer. But then what makes that complex is when I go to work and people who look like me call me an Uncle Tom, a sellout, say I shouldn't be a police officer because I have to arrest my own people. Almost to insinuate that my people are the ones who commit the crime. To even think like that is just very small-minded. But then how do I then work in this occupation where I'm caught in this conundrum of not being accepted by people who look like me because they call me Uncle Tom's or whatever, but then seeing the injustice that's going on toward people who look like me. So it's like that's where the paradox comes in. What is it that who is it that it's a no-win situation. There's a level of frustration and anger out there toward police because the black community in particular are not getting this sense of justice in a lot of these cases, and it's showing it. And so what's happening is that in social media, so what's happening, you have all of these videos on social media. And mind you, I selected videos that I believed the officer did wrong, and based on my professional opinion. But there's hundreds of videos out on social media where the officer was just doing his job, wasn't doing anything wrong, but that video was made to look like he was doing something wrong. The reason you're having that happening more and more is because there is a level of anger. There's a sense of anger. There's an unjust. People are feeling like we just can't catch a break. The Walter Scott was just a mistrial. You had Trayvon Martin, where clearly this person was told not to follow him, but yet he ended up dead. So you have, and it seems like these situations just keep happening. Like we can't catch a break. People are growing more and more bold because of that unrest. It's the uneasiness. It's like one of those things where it's like a viper or something that's shaking and ready to bite. And as soon as the police come by, they just snapping out, trying to bite because they want that sense of justice. And social media doesn't help. It only exacerbates the problem because now, to your point, you have officers that are doing their job, only doing their job. You have officers that are in tough situations that have not violated anyone's civil rights, that are there for a just cause, that are there for a legal reason, and people are resisting that officer because of the unrest that is being shown on social media all the time. And let me just throw this out there too, and then we'll come to you. And that you have to keep in mind that social media is less than 1% of the contacts that police have with people on an everyday basis. So while we are being saturated with all these images and all of these negativity on social media, while you're watching that video, there's thousands of police officers out there having a professional contact with someone. It ends professionally. Both people go home. No one is left feeling like they were mistreated. That's what happens most times.
There you go. If you want to check out the full presentation, we'll have this over at the Com channel starting next week. And it's definitely well worth watching.
Yeah.
They took some questions and from the audience as well in there. So
Fascinating and unique perspective. So
absolutely,
check it out.
Absolutely.
All right, and then this is just a reminder to folks who might have been looking forward to this event. The Winter Carnival has been postponed, so it will no longer be taking place tomorrow morning. It will now be on February 25th. So again, unmark, remark those calendars if you're interested in the Winter Carnival. So there you go.
Fantastic. Well, there you go. That is our headlines for this morning. Coming up next, we're going to open up the digest with, just in case you missed it, stories from this past week right here on Talking Fitchburg.